I'm not sure I see where to go. I can't climb that. Oh, there's a keyhole up there. I want to go up there. But I have to make that jump somehow, apparently? Or maybe jump from up there. Can I climb up here somehow? And now you got me agonizing over it. Okay. You could probably get over there. If you get up there. How would I do that? Can't climb up that either. Now this doesn't seem possible. That seems to be all areas you can't reach. He eventually cycles to a faster run. I wonder if he jumps further when he's in that state. So maybe if I start way back here at the bottom of the stairs and I get myself into like a running jump, maybe I can make it. He transitioned and then, huh? That's not even close. There's no way. There's no way he can make that jump. There's gotta be some other direction I can come from. I guess I gotta just jump over and try to find a way up. That's also sealed. Concerning, because it looks like we've almost made like a full loop, but I think I only found 3. And I think there was 4. Maybe there's one like right up here. What do you mean I can't climb up that? That's like the only way I could ever get to that. That's clearly how I get to the collectible, right? I saw it. The keyhole. Oh, this might be it. These guys might not attack. They might just look at me. Hey there. So he sends me away. Let's look at it better. So, I get born, mother gets sick and dies, I get sent away on a ship with a red sail, and I have a red cape. That's interesting. I already have a red cape in these pictures. So who fell off the boat that also had a red cape? And I didn't have a red cape yet, I don't think, and I got it from him, I think. Is the implication that that the character that's in that... I wonder if the character whose mother got sick and died was actually the person who fell overboard, and I'm playing as some other character that was on the boat that's actually separate or something. I don't know. It's one of those. It's one of them that are indie games with the vague story. There it is. Jump for it. All right, we're good. There it is, the last one. This is actually the first level of the entire game that has felt like the first level again. Because the first level was a non-linear thing where you had to go find 4 totems that would all open up the final totem, basically. And here they did it again at the very, very end. So it's like there's one for me and there's one for the fox. So it actually has like a specific meaning, I suppose, is when you're summoning the power of a specific character or something. Definitely thought the whole game was going to be open like this, and it actually kind of turned out to not be. Oh, what's going to happen? Well. Now we're one of them, it seems. Congratulations, you defeated the crying statue. Now you're crying forever. Was it worth it? Oh, that's what I sound like now. Like them. Also, I was right. Fox definitely dies. Or whatever that counts as. And everything is just crying statues everywhere. Who would make these? Unless they're giants that got petrified like I did, although I wasn't petrified for very long. What happened to me there, where I was miserable and turned into a statue, is that what happened to everyone else, except they didn't come back? Because there was, like, statues everywhere. It's a good thing we have a red cape, because I can't see my character at all now. Oh! That was unfortunate. Oh, back here. Alright. Is there something to jump at over there? I don't think so. No. Alright, take this part slow, apparently. It's slightly scary walking around when you can't see your character. Ah! Ooh, I can see my character now. All that bright light looks pretty cool now. Kind of empowering, and just in the moment. Am I supposed to drop down here? I guess I just find my way over there. Oh! Long way down. Ow. Now I'm just wondering what happens to this kid at this point. Signs don't point to good things so far. Alright, yeah, my kid lost his dragon shout. Ooh, don't fall off. Definitely gotta try to judge where the black silhouette is in the black level. There we go. Now, where do we go from here? I guess we drop down on this side. And then he's gonna grab that ledge? What? He didn't grab the ledge. Do I have to do something to grab the ledge when I'm falling? Because, like, we've never used this mechanic before, really. Or I can go there? Maybe I was supposed to just fall and then climb up here. I was really worried for a second there I had to go all the way around again. Yeah, I wonder if there was a way to catch it without falling all the way down. Not much time lost either way. Ooh boy, I cannot. Just gonna trust the level and try to keep the cape on a ledge if I can. Can't go there. Oh, don't fall. Unless there's something down there. There kind of is. No, that's like a blocked gate, though. Hey, that one went up. That one got bigger. Do I climb on this chain? Oh. There we go. There was no poopy ledge. Aha! Are we saved? What's going on here? Perfect mirror water here. But this... Oh, he's singing again. It's like the original song again, but now with like almost like an angelic tone. Like his performance has changed. That's not a door. Oh, we're at the top of the tower. Now I can go back down? I like that he ran into the wall and fell over backwards. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Whoa. So the whole thing's a ramp because we're now on the underside of the stairs that we spent that time working on. That's why the floor looks like the sun. The ceiling probably is the whirlpool if I could point the camera at it. I don't think I can. But the whirlpool's probably all the way up there. Not an easy climb. We're not on the part that's built to be walked on. Is this his life now, to always be on the inconvenient side of a building? So the memory inverted on us now. The king was there, or someone who looks like the king at least. I don't know if they were actually a king. I went on the boat with them and I fell off. Probably not paying enough attention, basically. Look at that visual effect. The glitter inside the rocks. This entire place just seems carved out.
Hey.
So is any of this real? Is this the afterlife or not, or just imagination? That just looks like the sky. So, whether this is real or not, this seems like this is ultimately just possibly everyone who drowns at sea passing on to beyond. This is just real life now. Yeah, we've got the mud style house, the clay house. Tile, we got a whole kitchen. Detailed. Colorado el Pececito. Or something like that. Hard to read with the camera angle. Maybe a thing about sharks. Is this Mexico? Definitely looks like North America outside. This is where we see the toys, isn't it? Oh, hitched for a second there. Those are the three I found. There's the fox, the windmill, or pinwheel. There's the ship. There's also a globe. Drawing of some toys. Some books scattered about. I wonder which things might fill in as we progress certain things. Can I pick these up and look at them? And there's the outside. That looks at the dock with the ship that we saw in the dream. Or the world that we were in. That lighthouse definitely looks like what we were using against the creature, the bird or whatever. And that's it. There's no kid here. It's just this abandoned chamber that our kid was in, and then they never came home. Alright, so this was RiME. Definitely a game that sort of bridges the gap a little bit between some games like, say, Journey and Abzu, but also games a little bit in the territory of Team Ico games like Ico and probably not Shadow of the Colossus, but Last Guardian, a more recent outing. Very nice visual style. That part went pretty well. Much like another game I recently played, though, from this company, Tequila Works. It definitely struggled with some technical issues. This game and the Sexy Brutale, which is also a very cool game. Both of them kind of had a few issues with their performance that wasn't entirely ideal, but it's fine. I would say, I'm not sure about the pacing. The game's beautiful, and it's enjoyable just kind of wandering around doing stuff. And the story payoff was cool, and the visuals and the worlds were cool. I say pacing in that when I played Journey, I was like wowed and exhilarated. I think there was moments in this game where I was a little bit more just sort of tired. Like, I'm not playing this game in a state that would make me tired, but when I'm wandering around in some of the worlds in this game, especially around the middle, the bird world and the let's wake up all the robots world, in both of those ones, there was times where I was just kind of feeling sort of drowsy as we wander around. And I think it's probably because the worlds are pretty big compared to how much stuff you're doing, so it's a lot of walking. And your character's kind of slow, and it's kind of sleepy, as slow music plays, and you're wandering around at a slow pace towards the next thing where you might do a relatively minor interaction. So I guess the idea is that it's just kind of understimulating a little bit compared to some other games. And that's just a personal thing, I suppose, but it's obviously slower than and more drawn out than Journey is, because Journey is only like a 90-minute game, and other games that are similar to this, like Abzu and Bound, generally tended to be significantly shorter. This game was a bit longer, and I think because of that, it generally felt like there was a little bit of a feeling of get on with it, and that's probably partly because it's coupled with the controls, which are not amazing. For a game about linear platforming, you surprisingly have to kind of like jiggle it around a little bit and press the buttons a few times to get it to do the right thing. Not nearly as frustrating as it was in the similar experience with the Last Guardian, where I was actively getting irritated with the controls. This one was just like, okay, come on, alright. Like, it was just like that one, just an extra second of patience during every platforming section that wasn't actively inhibiting my progress, but you feel it when you're doing it, just enough to be like, alright, come on. Alright, there we go. That's the exact feeling I had over and over again, was, alright, come on, there you go. Just like you're trying to get your dog to just do the thing. Alright, yep, there it is. And it's fine. So it's a good game, and it's a neat experience, just not quite up to that polished sheen. A few pacing things would help, just general layout things, like maybe editing out a few chunks of the game that were just a little bit extra, a little bit tighter controls, and a little bit, obviously, some ironing out of technical issues. There was spots where the game would either massively drop in frame rate or just flat out hitch for a moment. That's not ideal when you're going for heavily stylized visuals and, like, look at this beautiful painting of a game, if the painting is, like, breaking in front of you a little bit. That kind of compromises the feel and the flow a little bit. So, where would I rank this, I guess? Like, I think that Abzu and Journey did it better, but this game is as good as or better than Bound, probably, in this developing subgenre, I guess, of, like, pretty walk-around games that are almost like walking simulators, but third person, which is not that big of a distinction, but it leads to a difference in feeling, I suppose. Because Bound had a similar thing where it was very pretty and had a cool, unique style to it, especially unique style, because the entire game looked like it was papercraft or something like that, and it was very cool to look at. And it also had an interwoven story about, like, real life stuff that was happening in parallel to the not real life stuff that you were playing throughout the game. But that game also would just kind of felt like it was a little drawn out. I wonder if this whole genre is kind of better off when it's a little short, because the interaction you have is minimal and the story that's telling is usually minimal, And the visuals, while pretty, are usually kind of one thing for the majority of the experience. So I wonder if most of it should just be shorter. Like, the raining level didn't really wear out its welcome because it delivered its visual style, but then was gone relatively quickly, and then you moved on. So I wonder if that kind of thing is the goal, is to have levels paced more like the first one and the last one, rather than the second one and the third one. Just throwing thoughts around, really. Neat game, and we're gonna move on to the next one. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Viento, viento va, el sueño del mar, gira sin parar. Viento, viento va.
There's a nice touch right there. So, the levels are named after the concept of grief and how you pass through grief. There's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And they're probably based around that, I guess. Like, denial... In denial, there's no sense that anything's wrong. You're just having a whimsical adventure. Anger is the one where you're actively being attacked by a monster. Bargaining is when you... That's when you start seeing all the other horrible bodies everywhere, and you also start sort of creating stuff and trying to solve stuff. And depression is just sort of a defeated, rainy level. And then you get to acceptance, which is obviously the epilogue. Wow. So there's 2 costumes in the first level, and then 1 in each of the 3 following levels, and I found none of them. And the keyholes went 1, 2, 3, 2. I didn't even find my first one until probably near the end of Anger. Wow. And for the lullabies, there was 2 in every single level, and I found, no, 2 in the first 3 levels, and I found both in Anger and none anywhere else. Wow. Similar rate of toys, too. Yeah, I did terrible on collectibles, apparently. Well. Might as well go click on my woefully incomplete lullaby.